Well, today, guess what we're going to be working on? Let's see, it's February, but it is South Carolina. Well, a furnace. And it's a Suburban Furnace, so surprise, surprise. Anyway, we got these folks here with a brand new reflection, and it's got the Suburban Furnace in it. And in typical later model Suburban Furnace fashion, say that 3 times fast, the fan motor is not spinning fast enough. So you know what happens when the fan motor doesn't spin fast enough? Sail switches don't get clicked and ignition doesn't happen. So we got a new motor from Suburban, and we are going to put that guy in. And one thing I just love about Grand Design is they are one of the companies that so generously puts the outside access panel on for the furnace. So old Jason over here is my hands and my eyes today, and he's going to install this new furnace motor. I'll take that. So I was just watching Jason take this panel off and just thought I would give a little side note about these dauber screens here. It's not the end of the world if you want to put dauber screens on your furnace, but they do interfere with combustion a little bit. So you know, just as a pro tip, I guess, dauber screens will interfere with combustion, and you will burn more propane to do the job than you would if you took them off. Does that make sense? So anyhow, dauber screens are great, you know, to keep the bugs out, but maybe in the winter time when you're running the furnace, take them off. Get the full BTU out of your furnace, the full BTUs out of your furnace, and then when weather warms up, you can put your dauber screens back on. And same with the absorption refrigerators. The screens, they do what they say, but you're kind of suffocating the ventilation of your furnace, so it's better not to have them there. With the water heater, it's just a brute. It doesn't matter. Put a dauber screen on your water heater. It don't matter. But anyhow, just thought I'd add that little insight there. All right, so here we got our Suburban Furnace, right? And it's in its cage. The cage is in the coach. Looks like Grand Design put some sheet metal on the floor. I like that. I've never seen a manufacturer do that. Normally that furnace is sitting either on just bare wood and sometimes linoleum even, which is shocking. But yeah, anyhow, so right now Jason's attacking that set screw right there. That's about the only thing holding that furnace in that cage. I say about. There's other things, you know, but that screw, we got to get that screw out of there so that we can get this cover off, and the motor sits behind that cover. And just in case anybody is curious and wanting to know, is we did come here a week ago, I think, when the customer called with the complaint, and we did verify the customer complaint. And so yeah, if you're wondering why we're not verifying it right now here today, is because we already did. And it blows real slow. Oh, this is one of those new Suburbans. It's got all those click tabs all around it. And I think there's 2 screws here. 2 screws, one right there, one right there, and then the rest of it is click tabs up here. Just hoping we don't have to pull the furnace completely out. We do, you know, but hopefully not.
I think this is the first new one I've worked on.
Yeah, well, maybe brand new, yeah. But we have worked on another Suburban that's got those tabs all the way around that plastic. You have to use a flathead screwdriver to kind of convince them to release. Jason's unplugging the sail switch. And we're probably got to unplug our on-off switch down here too. And just for the sake of making a note about it, the black wire that comes from the high limit switch goes to the bottom tab of the sail switch. So if we remember only one thing, that's it. Black wire from limit switch to bottom of the sail switch, that goes to top of sail switch. And it comes over here to on-off switch. This comes from board to on-off switch, blah, 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 blah. All right, so we will have this, the power wire for the blower. It's plugged into the board back there, so we're probably gonna have to pull that board out. All right, so unfortunately, we are going to have to pull the core out of the cage. But again, because Grand Design did what they did, all we got to do is disconnect a gas line, unplug the wires from the coach, and we should be able to slide that core right out of the cage. So yeah, that control board's just fighting us too hard, and maybe better just to pull it out instead of damaging something by accident. Now leave the Wago on the house positive, that way you don't blow a fuse by accidentally touching the cage. You're probably going to have to cut this zip tie right here that's holding all these wires and shove those wires back out of the way to get that core out. Yeah, I'll have to cut that zip tie and then stick these house wires. How do they got that routed? Yeah, back up through the hole up there. Because right behind where the blowers are, there's a big steel wall that's going to come out with that core. And it's going to need the full width and height of that hole to come out. What I'm kind of anticipating is if we can get this maybe just hanging here by a wire or something, that'll give us a lot more room to get in there and get that board. We can get a better grip on it and pull it out. Now we're making money. So I guess the question is now, is that
It's the ground wire.
But if you had it turned pretty good, there's just enough room to get this board out now. There's still a lot of yeah, that thing is really clicked into that. Jason, that's kind of annoying.
That's what I said.
That's insane.
It's gonna end up breaking the whole electrode.
Yeah. With the way that igniter is behaving, I really want to get that board out and examine it and make sure it's going to be okay. Now, that's one clasp.
See, that is ridiculous how
It
hard
is.
that's blown.
Yeah, it really. I mean, I understand wanting things to be in tight, to, handle vibrations and all that, but holy cow. Now are you going to have to damage the board just to get it out? That's stupid.
No. Yeah, it's broke.
Fantastic. Good job, Suburban. Well, here we go. Here's our Suburban control board, and in an effort to get in there to get this board out so that we could unplug the blower motor from it, the igniter right here is gotten damaged. Not a good design. So we'll have to make a phone call to Suburban and see what they can do for us.
You want to cut the ground?
Well, now that we've got it all apart, we should be able to get at it. No? Can we get now that we've got the blower unplugged, we should be able to feed that through the hole and then get this cover off.
What's the ground wire holding it?
Yeah, going through the hole too.
Huh?
Ground wire going through the hole too.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
It's what's tensioned right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you can get at a better place to cut it. I don't know. Well, this is the defunct motor, so I guess it ain't gonna matter where we cut it at this moment. Alright, so we just cut the negative wire on the blower motor, and now we got it out. A lot of effort to get that out of there. So in an effort to preserve the warranty for the new fan motor, we went to unplug it from the board. And in an effort to get the board out, to be able to unplug the motor from the board, the board gets broke. So it's pick your poison. I don't like that. I don't like poison. Alright, so we'll just need to strip the end here of our negative wire, and then we're going to have to butt connect in or use a Wago. That's my favorite thing to do, is use a Wago and Wago in the negative from the new motor into that, and then plug the we've got some reinstallation to do here.
They're here, right?
The igniter didn't it go through there?
Good. Yeah, that makes more sense.
I think it went through there. Anyway, old Jason got the squirrel cages. Well, that's a squirrel cage, that's a fan, but you know. A little hole there in the blade, right? And you stick your little Allen wrench through here, down here to your set screw on your chuck. And this guy holds your squirrel cage on the D shaft there. And kind of the same scenario over there, same thing, got a chuck, Allen head, and boy, look how deformed that blower is.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be kidding me. I wonder if heat did that.
I think it was made like that.
Golly, made in China. Anyhow, jeez. new motor put back in place. Now we're going to wire it back in, put it back together. We're going to put a new control board in it, and then run it off, see what we got. All right.
I'm gonna have to Wago this.
Yeah. Either that or put a male prong on that end and just plug it into the female they provide you.
Either one.
Make it easy. Unplug for the future. All right. And more of an effort to try and preserve the warranty on a brand new blower motor, Jason is going to put a male, what do they call that? Connector?
Yeah.
Tab connector. He's going to put that on the ground that we cut, and then we'll just plug it right into the brand new fan motor. Let me see what you're doing here. All right, so that's what we put on right there. And this is what Suburban sends us. So we just put a male on there. We'll plug it into the female. And we have not altered the new blower in any way. Now the reason why we're doing all of that is because the negative bus bar is underneath and behind that plastic. So we end up having to take the whole furnace out just to be able to access that bus bar. We're really trying to save some people some money by not pulling the whole furnace out. But let's get this plug out of the way. All right, now should be free to pass. Say once that thing gets lined up, it should just click right in.
Something's going on.
Yeah, something's in the way. Might be that negative wire for the motor. There you go. Oh, I know what it is, Jason. Right back here on the fresh air side, there's that black rivet or something that sticks through there. It's like you've got to get the fan.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I gotta do it this way.
And that'd be a great question that I would have for Suburban someday, is why do the engineers put that little black tab back there? All right, well, Mr. Jason has got that control board in. Got her plugged up, got the blower plugged in, igniter plugged in, got the power plugged in, wire harness plugged in. So now about all we like to do, got our sail switch all plugged in. He's putting in the set screw back down here in the bottom. And then we're just gonna take the wires from the furnace here and wire that back into the coach DC circuitry, and then we will give this guy a test run, and it should blow like a champ. We got that red wire right here is our 12 volt positive negative from coach, and then our green is our communication. So when they turn on the thermostat, it sends the signal down this wire, which tells the furnace to turn on. So that means one of these blues just is just capped off. Just do positive negative, that way we can bump blues together and give it a test run. Alright, so we sure we got her together. Alright, we still have to do a gas line, but we can do a test run without that. We got 12 volts. We might accidentally blow the fuse when we're taking wires apart.
thinking that right now. Nope.
Also, too, you could put red probe into your. Oh, there's 11.7 too. I don't know why it wouldn't be 13.5 though. Just touch the cage. The cage should be grounded. 11.7. I wonder why. Yep. Either the one with the blue stripe or the solid blue should have 12 volts on it. Alright, try the other one. There you go. So when we bump those together, that guy should be starting off. Listen to the sound of that music.
Turn the other way, Joe.
There's one right there, isn't there? No? Okay. I'll go get one. Well, anyway, the long and the short of this is when we were disconnecting the wires while we were disassembling, apparently we touched a 12 volt positive to a 12 volt negative. And they don't like that. That tends to make a lot of heat. And so we had to go find a fuse. Easy to get to, easy to get at. Pulled it out, found it blown, put a new fuse in, and there you have it. That new blower sounds just absolutely beautiful. So, new blower motor, new control board, and I think I've got one Wago to go dig up, and we'll call this good. This is a successful repair. So guys, if any of this video making is most helpful to you, is a benefit to you, entertaining to you, I try not to be boring. We sure would appreciate a subscription, click the bell and give us a like, and I mean even go to our business page on Facebook and give it a like, and man, we just really appreciate it. Any kind of feedback, leave us a comment, pro tips that you can leave me, because man, I don't know it all. I don't, not even close. But I'll share what I do know, and hope that you guys find some value in that. Again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.